Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope your week is going well. We're almost at the end of the week. And I hope you got some good plans coming up for the weekend. Nice today. We had a sunny day after a rainy day yesterday, which both are nice. This is that time of year where after a rainy day you welcome a sunny day, but you're happy for more rain and vice versa. Even got out and got some sun this morning. I just kind of have been on the go doing stuff since I got back from the States, and this is, I think, only the second or third time I've been out in about 3 weeks, so that felt really good. Anyway, what I thought I'd talk about today in this video is just like keeping this raw vegan lifestyle simple, or the simple way that I do this lifestyle. And I did a video. Sometimes, I have to go back and check through my videos, and I know this is going to happen one day because I'm so senile. I'm going to basically do a video I've done within 3 or 4 weeks. One of these days, do pretty much the same video over. Might have a different title. So I went back through and I was checking to be like, okay, have I done this? And I did remember one that I did, like, that was kind of more of a whimsical one that was just like a little bit more lighthearted, talking about, we'll just eat fruits and vegetables. That's all it is. And true, that really is all it is, but I did want to elaborate a little bit more because I get a lot of questions for specific purposes, or like, and when it's outside my box of experience, I don't have a lot of information to go on because like I say, I've said from the beginning of this channel that this is pretty much, I don't even know if I'd consider myself an educator. I'm more of a curator. I like to pull things up that I read, that I'm studying, that I find out, and I like to share them. But, I'm not that wealth of knowledge that knows how to do this thing from every angle. I pretty much know how to do it from my angle. And that would be my first place to start, whether I'm in a discussion on social media, or whether it's somebody that writes to me, or takes the time and actually writes an email, or whether it's a comment. I would say, to start off with, if you're seeking my advice, seeking my knowledge, try to, as close as you can with your circumstances, try to do, I do a ton of these what I ate today videos, try to do what I do as much as possible, and see how that gets going for you. Now, you might have to adjust. You're not getting if you're not in the tropics, which I'm assuming a lot of you aren't, you may not be getting the same fruits, but the principle's kind of the same. And some of my principles have just been very simple since the very beginning. I forgot what I got into this. I was telling my story again about transitioning, why I got into this lifestyle, how I got into this lifestyle. And I don't really know, I don't have any history, or I don't have any background. What am I trying to say? Sometimes I struggle for the exact word I'm looking for. What I'm getting at is I didn't do it like that. I went high raw from the beginning, so it's not like I kind of, gradually did this and then I had the starches. I went very high. Some of the things from the very beginning I did, no matter what the mistakes were. These have been my core principles. Almost from day one of beginning this raw vegan lifestyle, it has been fruit in the morning. So when people come at me and ask me questions and they're throwing stuff in there, like they're having oatmeal and they're having oats in stuff and they're having things for breakfast, things in the morning besides fruit, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that's outside my area of expertise. I'm a fruit person, always have been. Ever since the day one of this lifestyle, it's pretty much been fruit, smoothies, and juices until dinner. I was pretty much raw till freaking 4 from day one. And it was pretty much not just raw, but like I say, it was fruit. It was fruit all day. So that's how I've rocked this lifestyle for close to 4 years now. There's not even a thought in my mind. Maybe if I was somewhere else and I couldn't get my hands on something, but for the first few meals, for the first bit of the day, like there's no doubt in my mind, fruit. About once a month, I'll get a wild hair, maybe on the weekend, and I like to do my savory during the middle of the day, and I'll make a salad, or I might have my fat during the middle of the day, but that's out of the norm. Almost 95% of the time, it's fruit. Lots of fruit until dinner. It's greens balancing out that fruit, and I have some healthy fat. Usually now I'm making use of the chia seeds. I had the chia seed. I've been rocking on the chia seeds for about the last 10 days now. Still not as regular as I would like, but that keeps me going through the day. The sugar from the fruit gives me the energy. The greens kind of tamper it down, and they keep me filled up, and the chia seeds help with that too, that omega-3 fat. So that's where you would start. You know, if you're and like I say, only somebody will see this and they won't have it in context. Put it in context. I'm saying if you were asking my opinion, if you were asking my approach, if you were asking my help on something, that's where I would tell you to start. For sure, start with your fruits, smoothies, juices, all through the day. Then in the evening, get into your cooked. You know, whatever you're going to have, if you're still having your cooked. Now, another part of mine was, as I shot for going as high raw as possible from the very beginning. So even in the very early stages, I was having about 3 or 4 cooked meals a week. So that just gives you some kind of idea. But I would just say it's not a big deal. You know, the fruit during the day, in the evening, on the days you're going to stay to the raw, big salad. Big salad or big recipe, whatever. Get some fat in there at night. Get some avocado in there at night. Get some coconut. I'm having some coconut. I'm having that mango coconut curry dressing tonight. But you see what I'm talking about. Fruit, smoothies, juice all through the day. Your big savory meal at night. A little bit of healthy fat in there. And eat enough to where it's really going to fill you up. Now on the days if you're not all the way there where you're doing fully raw yet, on the days that you're doing cooked, you know, still keep the cooked at night. Do that raw until dinner. Keep the cooked at night. As far as the starches go, like I say, I'm not anti-starch. I just don't do a lot of starch. But I would say even if you're still eating the cooked, lean more towards the leafy green vegetables. Like maybe you got a salad, maybe you've got some steamed broccoli, some steamed vegetables of some sort, and then maybe you have a baked potato or two with that on the side. And you're keeping it clean. You're keeping your fat levels low. Keeping the fat, you know, in the 10% range. 10% is a good. It's not too high. It's not too low. Some people need to go a little bit higher. Some people need to go a little bit lower for certain types of healings. But just keep these simple principles. Stop trying to make it complicated. And you know what? Sometimes maybe I would say, I know everybody likes a new recipe, but don't always be in search of the next recipe. Like I say, my thing works for me with the super simplicity of eating fruit and smoothies all day. And then in the evening, I'm generally rotating about maybe 4 or 5 recipes for my dinners. But probably it's more like 3 that are getting the heavy rotation in there. So anyhow, that's the way I do it, and that's the way I would recommend while you're doing this thing. Just don't overcomplicate it. Try to keep it as simple as possible. And another thing too, people ask me a lot about the food combining, which I did a video on that, which I had to do some research for and make some notes, because another thing, the way I keep it simple, I don't have to think about a whole lot of food combining rules, because everything I'm eating in my meals is pretty simple, and it's pretty obvious that they're not breaking any rules of food combining. And my digestion is good. My digestion is flawless almost all the time. So anyhow, just my 2 cents worth on keeping it simple. The simpler you keep it, the better results that you're going to get. And like I say, it's always a progression. Don't beat yourself up if you're not in a certain place yet. Just have yourself a plan and work towards that simplicity, but keep that simplicity in mind. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you have a beautiful day. Peace.